Okay. Sayrod Lom would be the toughest, though Glorx has Dispel Undead, you think? His minions too? Minions, definitely. Yeah, lots of tits middles. You'd go for Lom, but as you said earlier, you're not the brightest when it comes to these things. The best play is probably to leave. It's a bit of a mixed bag, right? Because if Lom shows up in a worse position in the future, that kind of sucks. We could potentially try dipping our toes in the water here. That's what I'm tempted to do. Let's not commit to the fight too hard, but we can at least make our way over there. Try to fight with some ranged weaponry, and if it doesn't work, then we'll have a teleport pre-jacked early enough in the encounter. At least that's the plan. But right, Denbrian did remind us of Glorx's roving bands of tits middles having the unfortunate access to Dispel Undead, so that is going to be a bit of a nightmare scenario after all. We'll have to see how it goes. Okay. Once more into the breach, shall we? There you are, you son of a gun. So you can see our throwing damage is pretty solid. The confusion is very much not appreciated. Let's Trog's hand here. And that glaciate is gonna hurt something fierce. I'm trying to think if our axe is better than the javelins. It probably isn't, actually, just because of throwing being exceptionally powerful. We can't rely on javelins here because the plan is very likely to leave relatively soon. The closer we get to killing you, the more tempting it is to stick around, and there we go. So we do manage to take them out. At least that puts a weight off of our back, or takes a weight off of our back. Don't have to worry about that son of a gun showing up in the future. And yeah, throwing exceptionally powerful stuff. Got a bit lucky too. A few glaciates spammed back to back would have been a bit of a different story here, but I'll take it. And into another region of Pan we go. Fantastic. And so we will just continue. Hopefully nothing too exciting going on over the next little while here. We do want to pick up any enchant weapon or enchant armor scrolls we find. Ooh, a bunch of invisible sons of guns. Let's swap over to take care of you, my damnation friend, and get rid of all of our invisible buddies. There we go. Fantastic. Don't think that was a good shield. Ooh, poison resistance. Probably not gonna be worth the slight increase in shielding. Though at some point I may have to go against that and just bite the bullet. Oh gosh, every tits middle is a nightmare waiting to happen. Jeez Louise. Okie dokie. There we go, we've managed to settle back in here. We can relax, half relax maybe, is the safer way of putting it, for the next little bit here. I guess depending on what it is you do here. Bolt of Draining, love to see it. You do paralyze, so let's not be too silly there. And you have extremely high evasion. I did not check the boots. Definitely meant to do that. We'll do so in a sec. One thing I like to do against evasive enemies is make decent use of nets. That was a bad example of it. Normally you want to do it when you're a bit closer so you can start wailing on them while they're stuck in the net, because it of course reduces all that evasion, makes things a little bit more manageable. Now where the heck did I leave those boots? Right up this direction. Let's go right back there. Oh, geez Louise. Excuse me, my friends. Could we all chill out here? Oh, you're gonna be a problem. Maybe I just use dispersal? Perfect. Bit of an unorthodox way of dealing with it, but that's fine. And let's go check out these booties, shall we? Very unlikely that it supersedes our current choice of outfit, especially since it's the only thing keeping us alive, and in fact, didn't realize that we went down to 1 intelligence there. That was a little bit riskier than I care to see. Okay, perfect. Yeah, nothing too tempting about those boots. So we'll just leave them for the time being, and let's finish off the rest of this floor, shall we? Or at least most likely we will do our best to do so here. Perfect. More heal wounds is always lovely. And let's see what else we can find. I would love to see a few more blinking by the time we get to some of the scarier buddies that are coming up over the next little while here. Fantastic. Well, here goes. Ooh, transparent leather armor. Behemoth's envy, eh? Unfortunately, not quite what we're looking for here today. And I should probably stop bothering to fight the invisible buddy there, and let's just take out the summoners instead. Fantastic. Not too shabby here, all things considered. Definitely quite the welcoming party here. Oh, and you've joined us as well, my friend. You have Crystal Spear, and Polymorph is an interesting one to see. On a Panlord, I'm going to try and take out some of the enemies while we're in the area, and then let's take the rest of you on a little bit of just a miniature hike into this pseudo-safe spot, and that should be fantastic. No, you didn't see nothing. Keep walking, or not. Fair enough. Okie dokie. Well, I have no idea where all of our friends went here. At least just use a dispersal boomerang to immediately murder that buddy. Fantastic. And let's see what kind of treasures abound here, shall we? Oh, auto pickup was off. I guess I don't really need the money, so probably just shouldn't bother worrying about it. So you have Crystal Spear, which is rough. Polymorph would be bad, so I guess let's Trog's Hand immediately here. And otherwise, you should be fairly manageable at the end of the day, all things considered. Beautiful. Okie dokie. Again, that's the minor weight off of our chest, and we can hopefully relax just a smidge. We continue to make our way through. Let's definitely kill that summoner first and foremost. That was an interesting collection of friends that they brought to bear before us here. Fantastic. And not too bad, dispersed him into another dimension, as one does, yes. Just a thing of beauty. It's nice seeing tormentors and not having a care in the world. That's very different from what I've come to expect. Even on our gargoyle character, we were still struggling a little bit to deal with large amounts of torment. So it is pretty sweet to play an undead character for that reason alone. And just another regular old pan floor here. Nothing too exciting, hopefully. No promises. So we will just do a regular thing. There's a net to replace the one that I stupidly broke earlier. That should be fantastic. Scroll poison. There, we can finally officially take poison scrolls off of our auto pickup list. Beautiful. Definitely try to kill you fast, my brimstone friend. That could have been much, much worse. All things considered, not too shabby. Man, I wish that we had enough ranged weapons that I could just spam the ever-living crap out of them. It's kind of a shame how few boomerangs and javelins we managed to pick up. Oh, did Tisso see me? I don't think the Panlord saw me. What I am going to do, though, is pop myself around this corner, and let's change back into our regular gloves here. 1 intelligence is a little too low for my tastes. And what do you have? Bolt of Cold, summon horrible things. You have a venomous touch, so that's fine. Yeah, you shouldn't be too bad, all things considered. Just warm you up with some boomerangs. There we go. Beautiful. Definitely love to see it. And come on, Brimstone. There we go. Fantastic. Always slightly terrifying, folks. All you need is one. That's technically true for boomerangs. Very much technically true. Javelins, on the other hand. Just because you don't want to just throw once and then have to pick it up either. It doesn't quite get the job done, but at least we hopefully have enough to last here in all departments on all counts. Okay, Hell Sentinel could have been terrifying. Always gonna be slightly concerned when we see those buddies walking towards us, but nothing we can't handle apparently so far here, so that's wonderful. Oh no, you meant int? Oh. You are right. Technically not brain dead yet. Okie dokie. Hello, Cerebov. Okie dokes. So let's just drop an exclusion here. Potentially just drop an exclusion there. Let's simplify things just a smidge here, shall we? Bunch of exclusions, just in general. Stay out of this area for now. Let's clear out the rest of the floor. As much as you can, I guess, clear out a pan floor at the end of the day. No one touched that alarm trap, please and thank you, if you could be so kind. We at least have very good fire resistance, so very much happy with that. Okie dokie. Now I'm just dreading actually finishing clearing the rest of the floor here, because then we have to do what we came here to do, and it is going to be a bit of a nightmare. There is, again, always the option to ninja the rune, if things are very much looking like this is not going to be a successful operation. We can try and get Cerebov to chase us on a bit of a merry-go-round here, and then try to swoop in behind to just pick up the rune and get the heck out of dodge. But we'll see how it goes before we make any hasty judgments or rash decisions here. Hello, my friends. Yeah, even just you buddies starting to rack up the damage. I do not like that Brimstone Fiend as well, so I'm gonna take you kiddos a little bit of a walk back. Just don't want to be dropping my javelins too far out of the way here, so that we are able to pick them up without putting ourselves into all the danger in the world. Fantastic. Oh, and there we go, hitting all of our skill caps we had set for us. And now I'm very much hoping for that tower shield, because we've trained the shields for it. Now just crossing our fingers. But what do we wish to do? I guess shields is now our top skill, so we're the hoplite. I didn't even notice the title change coming along the pipeline there, but that's wonderful. So what do we wish? We could train evocations and just keep it on till max. Not the end of the world. I guess more fighting probably doesn't hurt. In fact, maybe we'll max that out first and foremost here. Even if we put that and evocations on, just by the difference in aptitudes, we should see that regardless. So that's wonderful. You can have a bit of a head start on fighting. How about that? Anyway, you gotta go to sleep. It's 2:20 there in Norway. Good luck and stay safe. Well, thank you so much for dropping on by. I definitely hope that we'll be staying as safe as we possibly can here, but never any promises. It's always nice to see you, QPs. Have a fantastic night. And okay, give me an opportunity to quickly pick up all of our javelins. And I guess I can use my dispersal against you. Unfortunately, dispersals, I think, have 100% chance to mulch, and in fact, I probably shouldn't be using them whatsoever. Man, I wish I had more standard boomerangs. Oof, oof, oof. But it is what it is. And regardless, we will find a way to make it work. I guess it's time. So you're going to be hanging out, I would assume, in the center here, Sarabov. And what can I do? Can haste up? Can might up if we even get into melee range? Firestorm is going to hurt like a son of a gun, even with max fire resistance. We are in for a bit of a long haul here, I guess, is what it comes to at the end of the day. Empiric Trident. None of that, even though I don't know. Oh, there you are. Okay, you do abjure, unfortunately. That's the sad part, because otherwise we could get a clone of you and some extra friends and try to rely on that, but unfortunately, not exactly an option. So let's might up and start swinging. Speed Broadaxe doing some good work. Can all turn around in an instant, unfortunately. Ah, there we go. Beautiful. Okay, so that went way smoother than it had any right to. Again, this was one of the encounters that we were scared of from the get-go. But I will gladly take that. That's just wonderful. You know what, Curari probably is not going to do us a heck of a lot of good. Don't think we'll use Sarabov's sword, but it's the rare chance here where we're not following TSO and we're not immediately banned from at least thinking about using it, so might as well do so. Forgot how to cast Firestorm, exactly. I'm not gonna complain whatsoever though. I will take what I can get. And there we go. 2 pan runes done and dusted. That is just beautiful. So we still have Njoleg to take on, of course, as well as Glorx and whatever demonic rune format we end up getting. We already said no to the TSO Fortress, so we'll see what else comes down the pipeline here. I guess before we head out, let's make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Male Gozeg, Screaming. I love that name. But anything? Does not seem to be the case, so with that, onwards we go. Oh hey, how about that? Immediately into Njoleg's realm as that there next. You know what, let's phone a friend. This is a rare fight that we actually can gain some advantage from bringing in the troll with us, so might as well do so. We definitely cannot use the Mage Maulers here because there are so many Malmutators that we're very likely to lose all of our stats as we make our way along. Thank you for nothing, Trog. Yeah, if we were following Oka, then we'd have a steady influx of throwables, of course, but it is what it is, and we'll just make do as best we can. Oh, hello there. Immediately showing up. So we'll Phantom Mirror you, even though once again our enemy here does have Abjuration, so it's not super likely to stick around. New Paralyze is also very rough. Let's throw out Condenser Vein to try and take care of some of these Sons of Guns. Oh, that's what happened. I didn't get paralyzed, I went brain dead. Thanks, Dan Brandy, for pointing that out. Oh geez, even without the magic maulers, turns out, still didn't have enough intelligence to prevent it. Let's do a quick little looky-loo here, shall we? DCSS. Brainless. What are we dealing with? I don't get these often enough to always remember the stat 0 effects. Can't memorize or cast spells and you fail to read scrolls. Not the end of the world, not great, don't get me wrong. In no way is that something we want to see moving forward, especially the failure to read scrolls is likely to be horrendous. We'll go for the haste. And then what can I do to alleviate the issues here? Tin of Tremor Stones to just try to deal some AoE on all of our surrounding friends. Then I think I just have to start slapping away here. And hopefully take care of Nolig before we have too many nasty effects. Speaking of which, that was not ideal. And well, let's finish you off with a javelin. Holy moly, folks. Okay, so that is another Panlord taken care of. Not quite out of the woods yet. Still a little bit of the area to go here. But hopefully don't come up against too much. We're back at 0 intelligence. Should be just a wee bit away from being in the positives again, so that's nice. Let's pop around this corner real quick, shall we? Any second now, if I could just get one of these sons of guns to give me just enough experience to tip over into positive intelligence, that would be lovely. I used to have a ring that we could swap into. Why did I drop that? What convinced me to make such a foolish decision? Still just constantly confused here. And still not quite there. Maybe the next opportunity we have to exit the area, we might have to do so just to try to put ourselves in a slightly better spot. We at least got the rune, that's beautiful. Oh, broad axe of electrocution. I mean, it kind of has fallen off by this stage in the game, but it's still interesting, no? Something to think about. That was way closer than Lawnmower Serabov, shows what we know, right? It's all a roll of the dice. You never know what the dungeon has in store for us. I'll pick this up even though I don't think I'll be using it too far into the future. Okay, please, somebody just put me back into the positives. Just a sprinkling of intelligence, please and thank you. Guess running into more and more mutators probably isn't helping whatsoever here. I guess at the end of the day though, we haven't found a gate, so this is my life regardless of whether it's ideal or not. And what I'm tempted to do is just hang out. Body Fields weekend, that's fine. Please just give me intelligence. Then I can go through the gate. Feeling clumsy? Again, that's totally fine. I feel like this is not going to work out the way I want. Let's see. Condenser vein. Negative energy, hey? I'm gonna hazard a guess that all these demons are immune to such things. Just, you know, a shot in the dark, but we are marked, so it doesn't seem ideal to go through. No scrolls, hey? I'm gonna cancellation to get rid of the mark. Then I think we just have to go. And hopefully we land somewhere reasonable. Oh. Immediately come into Glork's territory. Very cool. Okay, you do not summon undead at least, so that's nice. We are back to -1 intelligence, so that's less than ideal. Let's see, a heal wounds doesn't help out that much. I need to get rid of these. Oh no. Why did we land so close to Glork's? Oh. Okay. Oh, and you do dispel undead range. Oh, that's so bad. Well, folks, we might just be exceptionally boned here. At the very least, I need to get that haste. Oh boy. Oh, how exciting. 49 health, hey? 10 damage and hit for 30. Okay, so that's not the end of the world. This is the end of the world. That Dispel Undead, which we are in range of, by the way. Dang it. I was starting to feel hope, because this character actually was doing alright, until the lack of intelligence caught up with us here. Should have seen it coming in Nolig's realm, and in fact, maybe I should have just stuck to my guns there and tried to fight through all of the mutators, because this is demonstrably worse. For sure. $18 health, 3 health. I'm guessing this is it. Yeah, going through that point wasn't great, of course. But hey, it is what it is. And we still, again, got surprisingly far with Troglodyte. Consider all things considered. So I'm still very happy with that. Ripperoni, good run. Thank you, thank you. No, all part of the fun. We were fine if my brain didn't fall out, right? Unfortunately, there's not a lot you can do once your brain has vacated your skull. But hey, we had a heck of a run with Troglodyte. It was a good old try. And I think going forward, we're going to take a bit of a break from Berserker. We're not going to keep trying this over and over. But there is a bit of a consideration to make as to what we wish to do. And if we do want to come back to this in the future, because I'm kind of interested in beating a challenge run that could be fun. So we just did a Jin run boss level, so I think I'll also take a break from that. My options as I see it here is maybe if we want to stick in the 15 rune department, we could do our null character. So that's going to be a 15 rune null in which we just try to use absolutely everything the dungeon throws at us. Hopefully we're slinging every single level 9 spell by the end of the run. Something along those lines. Alternatively, if we just want a bit of a short-term break from 15 runes or extended game in general, then we could try some of the other combinations that have been recommended over the last while here, or as Roga brings up here, a cosplay challenge as well. What am I thinking? What am I feeling here? Let's maybe take a sip of the drink while I make some decisions. Number 38, Troglodyte. You tried, my friend. You tried. Just below Orb Escapees in terms of score there. Well, let's open my drink here. Again, just delaying the need to make any kind of decisions. Maybe they want to see a caster. Right, and that's definitely where the null will kind of be sticking out. Let's see where he sent. I'm guessing this is going to be one of the cosplay challenges. Which ones? Azul here. So a Naga Venom Mage, worshipping Ru, Skaya, or Wujian. Use only unarmed combat skill at 7.5 or less. Interesting. Don't cast Mana Vipers or Blade Hands. Don't use any miscellaneous evocables that create allies. Oh, jeez. And don't use a shield or orb. Okay, kill the Royal Jelly in one turn. Take it from full health to 0 in one action. You take as long as you need to set this up. If you hurt without killing it, you can retreat till it's back to full health. It's definitely interesting. Definitely interesting. I'm gonna flip a coin on this one. Null Wanderer? I think so. If we're doing a 15 rune null, it probably will be Wanderer start. But I'm gonna go heads for null extended and tails for a challenge, a cosplay challenge for Azul. Let's see what we get here, shall we? Okie dokie. It's looking like we're gonna be in for a little bit of null goodness here. So let's start to get ready. Sorry Roga, but I think I'll have to wait for next time. Maybe when we start the cosplay challenges, we can immediately start off with Azul.